Hey everyone, today I want to talk about dollar DVDs. Yeah, dollar DVDs were the successor to dollar tapes. Yeah, I used to, when I was a kid, go to the dollar store, take my allowance, take change I'd saved up, and buy, tapes for $1. But yeah, eventually they were phased out in favor of DVDs. And the first really big dollar DVD company I remember was Digi View, who did these cartoon craze tapes. There's their logo down there. Now, I looked up some information on Digi View Entertainment and why they eventually stopped doing DVDs, because for the most part, their DVDs were pretty decent quality. They put some effort into these. It was all public domain stuff, but it didn't look horrible. Turns out they weren't the most observant sometimes when it came to copyright stuff, and they got sued a couple of times, and yeah, it went bankrupt, and that's why they eventually stopped. So that was unfortunate. So anyway, here's the Cartoon Craze DVDs. I have nearly all of these now. Here we got the first volume with a bunch of Superman cartoons. And then there was a second volume, also with a whole bunch of Superman cartoons. And there's the episode list. Anybody cares about seeing which episodes were on these? I think they collected pretty much all the Fleischer Supermans, because, yeah, on this volume, the third volume, they ran out of Superman, and they had to put Popeye stuff on there to fill it up. And then I switched to Popeye for a while, their stuff. Let's see, this one, not quite as many cartoons, because this includes a couple of short movies. Popeye Meets Sinbad, Aladdin, and Big Bad Sinbad. And here we got Casper and Friends, Spooking About Africa. Okay, one of the weird things is they seem to name these just after a random episode included on these. So anyway, at the bottom we have, I think that's Ants in the Plants. Yep, there it is, Ants in the Plants. I remember that one well, I used to have that on tape. And yeah, but the main focus is Casper stuff. So yeah, the other image from Casper, then something with some rabbits I'm not familiar with. And here we got Felix the Cat and Friends, Neptune Nonsense with, let's see, what do we got here? Cobweb Hotel, another Felix cartoon, something with some birds again. Oh, this one got 10 cartoons on there. I'm not as familiar with this particular DVD because I didn't have this one growing up. I had this one, I just bought this like a couple months ago, I think. There was another Felix DVD in this Cartoon Craze series. It's really interesting. I used to have it, I don't have it anymore. It collected a whole bunch of really, really old Felix cartoons, black and white ones, and the weirdest thing with it was in a yellow box, and it came with an AOL disc. It's the only one of these, dollar DVDs I know of that came with an AOL disc for whatever reason. Very strange. So anyway, Hunky and Spunky and Molly Moo Cow Picnic Panic. And here we got Gabby and Friends. It's a happy day. Gabby, I think, spun off from the Gulliver's Travels movie, which I think is also on one of these Cartoon Craze DVDs, but I don't have that. And this was the very first of these Cartoon Craze dollar DVDs I ever got. Betty Boop and Friends, Be Human. And then on the back, let's see, what do we got? Yeah, just a bunch of Betty Boop stuff. I really liked Betty Boop when I was a kid. I had some tapes, and then I found this, and it had a whole bunch of stuff I didn't have on tape. And then here we got the Three Stooges cartoon, which is, some of it's good. Oh, and it's got this cartoon with the penguins. I like that one. Peeping Penguins. Oh, and here we got Animal Farm, the British animated movie of Animal Farm. And this is interesting because it's one of the movies that led to Digiview's lawsuit. Yeah, this is rare, or it says it's rare because the disc got recalled, apparently, but I don't know, I've seen it, floating around, and there seems to be copies, up on eBay for only $10, so it can't be that rare. And here we got Bugs Bunny. Frickin' awesome to have Bugs Bunny on dollar DVD. And on the back, just a whole bunch of, I think I had all of these on various public domain tapes when I was a kid. And then Daffy Duck and the Dinosaur. There's a lot of glare on these, sorry. And I like the cover there. They picked this image here, which implies Porky is a dinosaur, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what exactly the correlation is here. There's no images anywhere from Daffy and the dinosaur. It's all this, which episode was this? Yankee Doodle Daffy, maybe? And this was really interesting. I remember finding this. Donald Duck? Public domain Donald Duck? What in the world? Also, / Woody Woodpecker. Because I guess... Oh, and there we got, yeah, Woody and the wolf or whatever from Pantry Panic. Oh, and then... This is interesting. We have these little singing sheep girls or lamb girls or something. They're from an Old MacDonald cartoon, which I don't think is actually on here. I don't know. I'll have to go through this. I don't think they're actually on this. But anyway, yeah, Donald Duck. The reason why a Donald Duck cartoon is on here is because it was like a war propaganda cartoon, so it's public domain because it was educational or something. And here we got Mighty Mouse, Heckle and Jekyll, which is interesting because I think Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll were on the same tape I had as a kid. Anyway, it's Wolf Wolf, the same Mighty Mouse cartoon that is public domain everywhere. Oh, and then there's also Jungle Jitters, which is one of those infamous banned cartoons for, yeah. You're not going to see that on the back here. There's Heckle and Jekyll, there's some stuff from Mighty Mouse, I think. I notice there's no Jungle Jitters anywhere on the box. I wonder why. Anyway, here we got Gumby Gumbasia, which interestingly has like this weird, like retouched image of Gumby and Pokey on the cover. Like the eyes are cartoons. I don't know what happened here. Like they had a really blurry picture and they airbrushed it or something. Really bizarre. I don't know what in the world went into the making of this. Anyway, it's got a whole bunch of Gumby stuff, and at the end there's a couple of cartoons, including Jerky Turkey, which is a Looney Tunes cartoon that I really like. Tweety, Elmer Fudd, Corny Concerto. And so, yeah, here we got Tweety and then Elmer Fudd from Corny Concerto. I do like that image of him, that's funny. And, yeah, just a whole bunch of Looney Tunes stuff, I think, on there. And then, let's see, Mutt and Jeff, Slick Sleuths. Mutt and Jeff, not super popular characters, not even back in their day, but when I was a kid, I liked these guys. I had a couple of tapes of Mutt and Jeff that I really loved. And, oh, we got all these images here. Man, that brings back such memories. I remember they had such creative animation in the Mutt and Jeff cartoons. They weren't really great cartoons, but it was clear the animators were having fun with them. Sing-alongs. And, yeah, the last up for the Cartoon Craze DVDs, Betty Boop and Grampy. Let's see, Volume 25. I don't know if that'll show up there. Anyway, yeah, so for the first, I think, 27 volumes of their cartoon collections, they actually numbered them. So I have almost all of them. I'm only missing a few here and there. After they, like, stopped numbering them, they just put them out and didn't number them. So here we got Cartoon Craze presents Aesop's Fables. I don't think... Yeah, these are not all Aesop's Fables. That last one, Leprechaun's Gold, or Leprechauns Gold? Okay, it's not often you see a spelling error on these, but yeah, there you go. And then here we got Popeye and Friends. Let's Sing with Popeye. And there's Popeye's nephews down there. Okay, so the first couple are Popeye. The last bunch I don't think are. Okay, oh, there was one more cartoon thing that they numbered. Cartoon Craze presents All-Stars, Volume 1, with Molly Moo Cow, Daffy, and Mutt and Jeff on the cover there. And then on the back, yeah, there's like just a whole bunch of... I think these are all recycled from stuff that was on these. I guess they took what was most popular, or stuff they thought was the best, maybe. And then here we got Cartoon Craze presents Bugs Bunny and Friends, Wakiki Rabbit. Not pictured on the cover, for whatever reason. This is Falling Hair. I guess they used Falling Hair on the previous Bugs Bunny DVD, but then, like, I don't know, why not just call this Bugs Bunny and Friends, whatever. So yeah, on the back, a whole bunch of Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes stuff. I think it's all Looney Tunes stuff. No, and there's Jungle Jitters again. Gotta have that. And then they put out another one called Toon Factory, which had just a crap ton of cartoons. Look at all that. Wow. They really jam-packed this one. whole bunch of stuff. We got some variety of images here. There's Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, the Three Stooges. There's Gabby, Daffy on the cover. Then we got these weird little robot doozer-looking guys all over the cover. I guess those little doozer-looking guys are building the cartoons or something. Now this is a really unusual one. Toon Factory, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, there's a Rocky and Bullwinkle dollar DVD. Now, normally, these collected just public domain stuff, and there's no, like, copyright information about Rocky and Bullwinkle, like copyright, trademark, Rocky, Bullwinkle, whoever. It's not even on the disc. Oh, and on the disc it says Volume 1. Rocky and Bullwinkle. So, yeah, they were planning on doing more Rocky and Bullwinkle, which I don't think Rocky and Bullwinkle is in public domain at all. Now, I'm not too super familiar with Rocky and Bullwinkle, but I think these are just normal episodes. I don't know what in the world, like, maybe this is that second lawsuit that they got. Now, one of the really weird things with Digi View is, like, yeah, they're well known for doing public domain stuff. I have some public domain movies I'll go over in a bit, but one of the weirdest things, they have a licensed Monster Rancher DVD. As seen on the Fox Kids network, even though on the back, there's a year somewhere in that teeny tiny print, copyright 2005, and then up here is licensed for, let's see, BKA, Dentsu, TMS Entertainment, 1999. So, yeah, 2005, they were still promoting Fox Kids network for whatever reason. So anyway, this collects the first couple episodes of Monster Rancher. Really cool. There's another version of this DVD. I don't know if maybe this is like the cheapy reprint of it, but the other one, it's exactly the same, except it has a couple extra episodes. It's not in a slim box, it's in a normal-sized DVD case, but the case is red for some reason. Digiview had another line of public domain cartoon collections. This one was called Classic Fables. So here we got Thumbelina, which interestingly is an anime version. Yeah, there's some images. You can see some, like, anime influence definitely in Thumbelina's face there. There's some kind of bad guy. There's whatever in the world this freak here is. Now here's a Classic Fables. It isn't an anime. Black Beauty. I don't remember what exactly company put this out. The interesting thing with this, the cover depicts some girl on a horse, neither of which match the designs of any character in the movie. Like, just draw a black horse, whatever. But this isn't Black Beauty as he appears in the movie. Which is weird, because on the back we see some images. Those are the right images from the movie. And then we have this guy here, Filcher, who's actually from the movie, and they illustrated him looking exactly like how he looks in the movie. So very strange. I don't know why they got him, like, exact, but then there's whoever in the world this girl is, and then not Black Beauty from this movie. And then another anime, this is really interesting, Classic Fables, Puss in Boots. Though from the cover, yeah, that's not an anime, and it turns out, no, it's not an anime on the cover, because they recycled this from whatever Puss in Boots movie this little dude here comes from. But yeah, this is the Toei Puss in Boots movie. Yeah, there he is, Pero, mascot of Toei, and there's the ogre, there's the princess, and there's a description to not this movie. Okay, whatever. So anyway, the interesting thing with them putting out the Toei Puss in Boots movie is that East West actually put out the third Toei Puss in Boots movie, Travels Around the World. And unlike this one that just recycled a unrelated Puss in Boots movie cover, this one they did some artwork to try and actually make it look a little bit kind of sort of like the movie. Like, for him at least, they had reference. Like, you can tell it's supposed to be Toei Puss in Boots, just whatever this is-ified. And this guy, I think, is that pink hippo thing that was in the movie. I think he was a pink hippo in the movie, not a blue hippo. And there is one of the little cat assassins from the first movie. And there's another one. Though I think they did show up in the other movies, I don't remember. This is a very hard movie to watch. This is the English dub of Travels Around the World, where, yeah, Puss in Boots here, he's not called Pero, he's called Pussy. when everyone sees him, they always yell, "Pussy!" at him. So that's nice. Very family-friendly right there. And then, oh yeah, here's another anime the East West put out. Fortunate Fawn, which is actually The Yearling, and so there we got the cover with a stupid kid from The Yearling and his stupid pet deer. No images at all from the actual anime, which is really weird. I guess they wanted you to see this smug deer guy here, these stupid little Twitter birds. Volume 4! There were 4 volumes of The Yearling, Fortunate Fawn, whatever. Can you believe they put out 4? Well, yeah, with only 2 episodes a disc, I can... Oh, it's broken. Nice. With only 2 episodes a disc, I can definitely understand... Oh, hey, there's an actual Twitter bird. Holy crap. Okay, anyway. East West also put out a bunch of crappy cartoon compilation DVDs, and the annoying thing is they didn't actually write what was on these. So all I know is that there's a Humpty Dumpty cartoon on here, and possibly a Hansel and Gretel cartoon, maybe? But yeah, there's no information. There's no episode list anywhere. Oh, and it says Volume 2 on the disc. So is there another Humpty Dumpty and Friends? Okay, it's on the spine, too. Humpty Dumpty and Friends Volume 2. Was there a Humpty Dumpty and Friends Volume 1? What in the world? Are there really that many Humpty Dumpty cartoons? And also, why can't I stop saying Humpty Dumpty? Okay, moving on to something kind of different and interesting. Here's another dollar DVD of an anime, Kimba the White Lion. And also, interestingly, episodes available in English and Spanish. Boy, that's really weird. You don't see dollar DVDs with alternate language options often. Now, this has 2 episodes. The Birth of Kimba, which is the actual first episode, but then The Law of the Jungle, I don't think is the second episode. I think it comes a bit later from the series. Anyway, nice packaging and all that. The really weird thing with this, though, is the disc itself. The front looks pretty normal, but then you see the back of it. Wow. It's all red. Have you ever seen a red DVD? That is so bizarre. I have never seen a red DVD before. Very strange. Oh, and also there's like different versions of Kimba. This version, I think, is a Canadian redub. The opening theme song is the easiest way to tell which version you're watching. Let's see, this one has the Kimba the White Lion, he's the bravest little guy in the land. It has that version of the theme song, in case you're curious. And here we have, an illegal DVD, Double 2 feature Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster, Godzilla vs. Megalon. Not pictured here on the cover, this is Godzilla 2000, I think. And then on the back we have, let's see, Smog Monster and Megalon. And the images are switched around. So up here we have the Megalon pictures, down here are the Smog Monster pictures. Okay. So anyway, yeah, this collects the English dubs of Smog Monster and Megalon, but the cool thing with this is that the version of Smog Monster is the version with the English Save the Earth song at the beginning. And there's the disc. Very creative. It's just a, blank disc with all the text printed right on there. This Godzilla DVD, for some reason, after the description, gives like some trivia at the bottom. The first Godzilla movie, Gojira, was released in 1954 in Japan. Yeah, not release, just release. I don't know why that happened. Now, coming up next are some really interesting DVDs. Here we got some Family Dollar branded DVDs. Yeah, that price tag, that's not a sticker, that's printed right on the cover. First up, we have The World of Oz, a collection of some silent films. The Wizard of Oz and His Majesty the Scarecrow of Oz. And the box is really weird. So I think it's a double-sided DVD. But yeah, the weird thing is definitely all the, whatever is going on with this box here. That is really strange. I've never seen any kind of box like that. Very weird. And here we got Masters of Horror double feature, which has Shock and the Devil's Messenger. And it's, again, in that weird box with all the holes. I don't know what is going on there. Oh, and also Family Dollar branded right over Lon Chaney's face. Kind of insulting. Anyway, these were distributed by Brentwood Home Video, exclusively distributed by BCI Eclipse Company. Okay, so BCI Eclipse. That sounds familiar. I don't think they exclusively did dollar DVDs. I think they did like some like actual legit releases of stuff. Okay, moving on. Here's some interesting things. Here we got the Andy Griffith Show. Not Volume 1. I guess they thought this might be the only one they do. Collects 3 episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. That's nice. There's a few interesting things with this DVD. The opening theme song or theme music of Andy Griffith apparently was still copyrighted, even though the show itself was in public domain or licensed to these guys or whatever. Oh, and this is another Digi View DVD. They replaced the music in the opening for whatever reason. Weird choice. And also, the other weird thing is there's episodes that have a little logo in the corner, like it's from a TV station, Delta. No idea what that's all about. Were these recordings from TV, or was that some kind of recording equipment that had a logo and they just didn't remove it? And here we got the Andy Griffith Show Volume 2. So by this point, yeah, I guess they figured we're going to put out more. And they even did a 3rd volume. Oh, this one's cool because they got Gamera on the cover. Let's see, again, 3 episodes. I think these are all pretty much random episodes. Let's see, do any of these... Oh yeah, this one has Barney's first car, which I like that episode. Next up, here we got the Beverly Hillbillies, Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1, though I thought I did. Let's see, these are black and white Beverly Hillbilly episodes. I don't think the theme song is kept on these, but I don't remember for sure. I haven't watched these in years. And here we got another Beverly Hillbillies DVD. Primetime Television at the top there. I don't know if that was another line that Digi View put out. Anyway, it says 9 classic episodes. The spine has a completely different style to the first volume, or Volume 2 here, this older one that I have. And also it collects 9 episodes, as opposed to this one's 3. So then I looked at the year, and I found out this came out... Well, this came out quite a few years after this Volume 2 disc. The really interesting thing is that the episodes on this 9-episode one, they aren't recycled from Volume 2, and I'd assume they're not recycled from Volume 1 or 3 either. So that's really cool that, yeah, if you were a big Beverly Hillbillies fan, they were putting out a lot of cool stuff for you. Did you view The Three Stooges, Moe, Larry, Curly? Ironically, one of these I think is Shemp. Yeah, Brideless Groom doesn't have Curly. That one has Shemp in it, so I don't know why. Why not put Shemp on the cover? Whatever. So yeah, these 3 episodes of The Three Stooges were pretty common in public domain collections. Here's a really weird thing. Now, this is a DVD. I thought I got this free in the mail, and I don't know, maybe I did. It's a documentary about gorillas. And, yep, there it is, Digi View. As seen on National Geographic. So yeah, a National Geographic special on gorillas was put out on dollar DVD by Digi View. Isn't that really weird? Isn't that bizarre? And so next up, here we got a whole bunch of random live-action movies that were put out by Digi View. Here we got Jeff Bridges, In Search of America. I don't know much about this movie. I have not watched it yet. And here we got one of the many live-action Heidi movies. There's a couple of different Heidi movies in public domain, and I don't know which one this is. There was one I saw as a kid that I liked, but I don't know if this is it or not. Kathleen Hepburn, Stage Door Canteen. Not super interesting. Lover Girl. Okay, some like 80s, 90s movie? That's pretty unusual to see on a public domain dollar DVD. Rod Steiger in Al Capone. So, yeah, is that the actual Al Capone, or is that like the guy that, or is, I don't actually know if that's like a stock photo of the actual Al Capone, or just the guy that plays him. American Vampire with Carmen Electra. Alright. Another thing I haven't watched, but it looks interesting. Someone is watching with Stephanie Powers and Margot Kidder. Okay, so they found a couple of movies with some, like, stars that I actually know. That's interesting. I still haven't watched it. This disc is interesting. Goodbye, Bruce Lee, His Last Game of Death, which I think this is just stock footage of Bruce Lee mixed with, like, a documentary, and then there's a bit of a... You know, I can't remember if this is, like, a documentary or, like, its own movie or whatever. The interesting thing, this is the only one of these Digi View DVDs I've seen that came in a clear case. That's really interesting. And here we got Bruce Lee, the Invincible. Bruce Lee is not in this movie. Yeah, Bruce Lee, not in this movie. This is a Bruce Lee movie with one of these, quote-unquote lookalikes. Now, yeah, a lot of the Bruce Lee copycat movies, not very good, but this one is kind of interesting because it's the one where he fights a guy in a gorilla suit. Absolutely no reason, but, yeah, there he is. There's the gorilla suit guy. And here we got Mark Hamill and Jason James Richter in Laserhawk. I don't know anything about this movie. And here we got a double feature, Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart. And Wes Craven's Chiller. That's cool to have a Wes Craven movie on a dollar DVD, plus the cover on the disc is kind of cool. Last up for the Digi View DVDs, Death of a Prophet. Morgan Freeman is Malcolm X. Pretty cool. Oh, and this one never opened. Because, yeah, I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So, moving on to the East-West DVD movies. Let's see, what do I want to talk about first? First up, I'll talk about this double feature, Alpha Incident. And on the back is a capture of Bigfoot. This is really weird. I don't usually see them do a double feature like this. Usually both covers of each movie would be on the front. But not this one. And here we got The Real Bruce Lee and Laser Mission. Which, yeah, nothing too weird about this particular collection, but now it gets kind of weird. Here we got a Jackie Chan double feature, Fearless Hyena 1 and 2, but then the disc inside is Half a Loaf of Kung Fu and Fantasy Mission Force. I don't know if it got mixed up or something, but kind of weird. Anyway, here's the actual Fearless Hyena collection, and there's the disc for those. I have no idea what the actual ratings are, but it claims they're both rated R. And here we got another martial arts collection, Death Duel of Mantis and Bells of Death. And the disc is upside down for some reason. And then, again, R-rated, even though, yeah, I don't know if they're actually rated R. Executioners from Shaolin and Shaolin King Boxer. Again, both rated R. No idea if that's true or not. Oh, I found this really thin Bruce Lee DVD here. The weird thing with this is there doesn't seem to be a company credited. At the bottom here, it just says dollar DVD. And if you open it up, dollar DVD. And then, one of the cool things, they had very colorful advertisements for other DVDs you could get. Here's a really interesting East-West DVD double feature. This is the only one I've seen that comes in like a normal-sized box. And it's like a really nice box, too. That is weird. I don't know why this one time they decided, yeah, let's put it in a normal-looking box. So anyway, we got a Bruce Lee imitator movie, and then a documentary about the making of Enter the Dragon or something. I guess that's a way around, like, saying, hey, my movie does actually have Bruce Lee in it, kind of. Unlike this thing where, yeah, it's a lie, Bruce Lee's name is in the title. Oh, but Bolo Young is in this. He's kind of a big star. They could have just said this was Bolo Young's movie. And then, last up for, I assume this is a martial arts samurai thing, Snake Fist Dynamo and Hands of Death. And then we start getting some weird monster movies. Here we got a double feature of Yongari, Monster from the Deep, and Monster from a Prehistoric Planet, aka Gappa, a Korean movie and a Japanese movie. And the weird thing, Yongari uses like some kind of painted artwork for its cover, but then Monster from a Prehistoric Planet, like the people are like painted, airbrushed weird, but then Gappa is a really like high definition image for one of these. And we see some picture quality on the back, not very, yeah, pretty blurry, but it is accurate to like how it looks on the disc. Now here's the weird thing, they're both R-rated, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not R-rated. I think these were both G-rated movies. And then here we got two Gamera collections. First up is Destroy All Planets and Gamera Strikes Back. And on the back, let's see, yeah, we got some decent images from the movies showing what they're about. Gamera, the flying turtle, falls under the spell of evil aliens, but two children free him and he returns to fight the aliens' monster virus. And then the other one, Gamera Strikes Back. Giant monster Baragon attacks Japan and takes on Gamera. Yeah, Baragon. You remember Baragon, classic Gamera monster, right? And the weird thing is like the covers also. There's not a single image of the normal Gamera on the cover. There he is on the back, there and there. But on the cover, we have like the 90s Heisei Gamera, and yeah, the spaceship is right though from Destroy All Planets. Weird. I don't know why they chose these for the cover. I'm pretty sure they didn't have permission. But the second one's even weirder. Here we got War of the Monsters and Gamera vs. Monster X. So let's take a look at the cover. Monsters invade the World's Fair, which, yeah, that's not this movie, that's this movie with Jiger there. Also, what's going on here? We have like a green Jurassic Park raptor claw ripping metal with an eye behind it. What is this supposed to be? I don't know what this is at all. And then this is even weirder. Let's see, The Great Monster Duel. And then here we got Toto from Gamera the Brave fighting Jiger. Yeah, remember when Toto fought Jiger? When did that happen? Never. Anyway, the last one, I guess they were kind of embarrassed that they messed up Barugon's name. Oh, and there's Barugon right there on the back. So they didn't bother writing either monster's name on the back of these. Oh, and they're PG, I guess. So yeah, there's all the dollar DVDs I have, at least all the Digi View, East, West, and a few other ones. I have some other dollar DVDs here and there, but they're like in the closet somewhere, or my grandparents put them somewhere, or yeah, I just don't know where exactly they are. One of the really weird memories I have of dollar DVDs is some of the very first ones we found, they didn't come in plastic cases. They didn't come in paper sleeves either, like some dollar DVDs do. I actually used to have some paper sleeve ones. I had a Popeye one, but that's long gone. I don't have it anymore. I also had a Night of the Living Dead one. That's long gone. I don't have it. The very first dollar DVDs we found came in cardboard boxes. That was really weird. It was just a cardboard box with the disc glued to the inside. You could peel the glue off, but I imagine quite a few people probably bought these not knowing, like, they were supposed to take the glue off, and I'm wondering if they messed up their DVD players doing that. The first one I remember finding was a double feature. It had The Lost World and the Giant Gila Monster, that was it. And as a bonus, it came with a Superman cartoon. And then there was also a double feature of a Dick Tracy movie with a Sherlock Holmes movie, and the bonus cartoon was Felix. I think it was the goose that laid the golden eggs. So anyway, yeah, there's a whole bunch of dollar DVDs. I used to have more. I used to have some sci-fi collections that had, like, Warning from Space, and a couple of other, like, really bad, old sci-fi movies on there. That's it for now. Hopefully I'll find some more. I can update this in the future. In particular, I want to find all the Cartoon Craze DVDs and do a video covering all of these. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.